I want to thank all of you for coming. We've got a small crowd. Looks like you got your chances of winning a giveaway are pretty good. What we're going to do is, some people have, what we did on this deal was we gave tickets for, like, every day you display, you got a ticket. Coming to the show, you got a ticket. Coming out there to the display area, you got a ticket. So we start drawing tickets. It's going to be by choice. You win a ticket, you come up and pick a prize. The thing here on the first is reserved for me, so don't pick it. But anyway.
You promised me.
Oh, well. If you win, you're out. I mean, if they draw your name again, it's going to be one win per person for a member. You have to be a member to participate in this thing here. We're going to have a couple of auctions. CJ has donated, graciously donated a couple of knives that he carried during the NRA show and the break show here, and a breakdown mat.
And then for the new members that signed up, brand new members that signed up at the show, I have those tickets.
Okay, we were doing a little promotion for signing up new members. If you signed up this weekend, up to today, I guess, we put your name in for last year's club knife. We'll also be announcing this year's club knife, very special one. We had 3 youth displayed here, four Mission Possibles. So we're going to do some giveaways, some auctions, and awards. So where's our chaplain at? This is our chaplain, Mike Rosendahl.
Yes, sir.
We're going to say a word of prayer.
Father God, we come to you and we thank you for this day and we thank you for this opportunity. And I'm still just blown away about how you bless us and how you love us and how you care for us, Lord. And Father, as we're here specifically and as we gather together for reasons of buck knives, Lord, I thank you for a company that first honors you and glorifies you in all that they do. And also, it's an American company looking at American values. So, Father, we just thank you for companies like Buck and companies that truly honor you. And Father, as we are here together as brothers and sisters of the Blade, I pray that you just watch over and protect us and lead, guide, and direct us, Lord. As we're here now, keep us safe, and as we get ready to depart, carry us our separate ways safely, Lord. We thank you, we love you, we thank you most of all for your Son, Jesus. In your name that I pray. Amen.
All right, so we have some guests here today. CJ, where's Tony? He hiding? Oh, there he is. From the Buck Company. And I mean, I appreciate all you guys being here. I know it gets more challenging every year to show up here. It's more cost and more time spent, but we do appreciate you guys. And so it ain't going to take us very long. We're going to start with Dave. Go down that road and come back. Just your name and
Where you're from.
Where you're from and your number if you know it. If you don't, you can see us later.
No.
Okay, David Glass from Amherst, Virginia, and conveniently with this, 1869.
Really good year.
I'm Carol Lindsay. I'm Natalie Lindsay. I'm from Northern Missouri, and my number is 2-something-something-6. I'm Sarah Lindsay. I'm from Liberty, Missouri, and mine is 2-something-something-7.
I'm Cheryl Lindsay. I'm from Polo, Missouri, 2392. Lifetime member.
CJ Buck, Post Falls, Idaho, number 49.
Michael Lowe, Burkett, Texas, 2112.
Lauren Sure, North Carolina, 3,000 and change.
Keith Johnson from Smithfield, Virginia, and my number is 4689.
Tony Wagner, Post Falls, Idaho. Lifetime.
Mike Rosenthal, Bruce, Mississippi. I'm the chaplain, and I don't have a clue what my number is. What my son does.
Mike Rosenthal, Bruce, Mississippi.
Oh.
I am not David Meyer. I'm Paul Brown from California. Rick McKinnon, Birmingham, Alabama, now nothing on my.
The other hand, Neil Eichberg, Holiday, Georgia. Lifetime member, 22, something.
Jim Dubsky, Marietta, Georgia, and I'm 902.
Whoa. Barry Betts, Union City, Tennessee. I joined yesterday, number 45.
You gotta get rid of that t-shirt. You gotta change t-shirts.
Sold for a tri-state on the Delaware. I don't know my number, but I can look it up on the BCCI website.
Peter M. Hoff, Hayesville, North Carolina. And 1166.
Dale Bryan, Akron, Ohio. I number 600 and something.
Whoa, that's pretty good.
And Mike Mansfield, like member, don't know my number, Akron, Ohio. Dale Gillingham, Louisville, Kentucky, 4402. Jeff Morrissey, Louisville, Kentucky.
I'm probably from France.
Yellow horse.
Adopted.
649 and a quarter.
Brian Hugh, home Atlanta, Illinois, flight number 638. Charles McCoy, number 4181. I'm from Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Bruce Cannon from the thriving metropolis of Eckrey, Mississippi, and I'm lifetime member number 977, and I'm treasurer of the Buck Collectors Club.
So if you need a loan.
Yeah. I'm Barbara Merritt, the other part of the Yellow Horse. I actually think that he has changed his name to Yellow Horse in the mail we get. I am the membership website coordinator for the club.
I'm Tim Lindsay from the Polo, Missouri. 2302 is my number, lifetime member. And if you guys, I'm very contactable. If you need anything, give me a call.
You can call him anything.
And I'm Sean Jamison, lifetime member from Vancouver, Canada. And I don't know my number, but most importantly, the Buck store knows my number.
This is the only man in the world that has more knives, buck knives, than Buck Knives has.
Again, I want to tell you guys how much we appreciate your support. Our club has been doing very, very well. Buck has been helping us out quite a bit. I'm going to recognize a couple of members, Sharon and Barbara. Without them, this club wouldn't be going anywhere. I tell you, there's not a day that they don't spend 2 to 3 hours on club work. I mean, there's always something going on, and then these guys, they get frustrated and upset, but we keep going. And I say, without them, I wouldn't even be up here. They keep me straight. They keep inventory straight. They keep all that stuff straight. So I want to just recognize them. I do appreciate all of our other members. Everybody helps, but them two right there are the backbone of this club. Really is. So, Barb,
I guess that means Sharon and I aren't getting a raise then, huh?
I'm adding 2 zeros to your salary.
I was really excited. We've increased 72 members since January. We're up 23% in membership since last year. We had January. Well, I'll just go. Our total members now are 865 annual members. 431 lifetime members, and 49 youth members. Total 2345.
Okay, I'm going to backstep for just a minute. We'd like to recognize any veterans we have in the audience. Can you please stand up for a minute?
What, man?
Veterans. We have a challenge coin for you. I'll give you a pick. Appreciate you guys' sacrifices you made for us, and we just thank you so much for your service. So we'll continue on, I guess, with Bruce.
Oh, I will say that the coins that they're passing out were designed by Ed Cooper. Any of y'all that know Ed, he's the one that designed the coins. Okay. I'm going to give you the financial report. This is our bank, as far as our bank goes, and my understanding is there might be some changes in our banking, but we have a savings account. The balance on January 1st, 2024 was $25,898.72. We have received $4.31 in interest for a balance on 5/31 of $25,903.03. We have an account 4009. The balance on January 1st, 2024 was $29,135.72. We have received credits of, or added $66,226.81. Debits of $62,661.40. The balance on May 31st was $32,700.80 for a gain of $3,557.08. And then account 9229, the balance on January 1st was $129,266.35. We have had credits of $42,204.90, debits of $64,539.96 for an ending balance of $106,929.59. That's a loss of $22,336.76.
Okay, I think at this time we're going to do introduce CJ Buck. I want to thank Buck Nash very much. They have really stepped up and are helping our club a lot. Our communications are very, very good with them anymore. Our new liaison, well, not actually new, he's been on the job quite a bit. He's taking care of the club. So I guess at this time, CJ, we'll let you go ahead, and so we don't tie you up too long.
Hey, you're supposed to fall on the floor and say, injury.
Careful there with all them wire.
All right. Well, thank you all for welcoming Tony and I back into the meeting. Tony, is this your first? Second? So I wanted to kind of touch on three different subjects today. A little update on, things to do with my mom and the family and her passing, but also then talk a little bit about Buck Knives, and then I want to end with some of the AKTI, some of the legislative stuff, just to, and I'll be brief in all of them. So, my mom passed on April 1, so that was the day after Easter Sunday. So my grandfather passed on Easter Sunday, 1991, and so it really looked like my mom was going to pass on Easter Sunday, but she kind of rallied. So at one point, they had given her a 3 to 5 year window, and that was in December last year. So a couple months later, 2 to 3 years, and then 3 months later, she actually passed. So it moved pretty quickly, which can be a good thing when especially those last few weeks where she really wasn't able to talk much. But I wanted to tell a quick story so we had an Easter egg hunt up at the property up there, where anybody that's been out there that's done a one of the anniversaries where we come up, we always had a picnic at my parents' house. And so we ended up having an Easter egg hunt for all the grandbabies, of which I'm up to 12 now. Not that I'm bragging, but yeah. So Tony's given me two. Well, he had a little role playing it, but so Rachel gave me two grandbabies, Sarah gave me one, and Josh and Mindy have provided 6. So they were serious. And then I've got a stepdaughter back in Minneapolis with 3.
Wow.
So as grandkids go, I know we can get into grandkid bragging rights, but grandkids are amazing and made having kids be worthwhile. So. Anyway, so you put up with all that crap, but you get jewels out of it. So it's wonderful. But I just, quick story with my mom. I was going to be there on Easter Sunday and just got hung up and couldn't make it. And Sarah, my oldest daughter, who was caretaking at the time, said that my mom tended to be a little more lucid, a little more aware in the mornings, because we were all trying to have conversations with her, and it was all just one way, because she wasn't responding back. But she'd react in ways that gave you hope that she was hearing what you were saying. You were never perfectly sure, and then all of a sudden she'd say a word, and it was supposed to be a sentence, but all she could get out was a word, but that word let you know that, okay, that was relevant to what we were talking about, so you kind of had this sense that maybe she was following. So we all took turns just sitting around the bedside and talking to her, sharing the day, just the normal stuff. So I was going to be there Monday, and usually I would go to work and just swing by the house in the evening on my way home. And so I thought I wasn't able to make it Easter Sunday, so Monday morning, hopefully she'd be in a more lucid moment. So I made rearrange my day so that I could be there in the morning, and that was the day she passed. So I was, sorry.
You had an angel on your shoulder that day.
So, just wouldn't have been there otherwise. So my daughter would have been there alone, which would not have been good.
Take your time. I'm so sorry. Wish we could have helped you some way.
Now that's when you need a good joke. But I don't have one.
You could tell us about what you
Anyway, so I was there. So I was really happy to it just worked out. I'm going to say random, but we all know better. So from a buck standpoint, just to say that, one generation to another, so now both my parents have passed, that ownership has now shifted to my sister and myself, and the gift trust, which my grandfather set up, of which I'm trustee on. So the families, it's all the, no control, weirdness or anything. So we've survived a transition from one generation to another. So this was our third transition, really, and it's interesting. I gave an interview to a local paper talking about how an element of a family business where if you grow up within that business, like my father did or like I did, my grandfather was a bus driver, so he wasn't a business person. So he absorbed a custom knife shop from his father. My grandfather turned it into a business. My father learned everything there was to know about the complexity at that level of that business. So he inherited a business with no idea how to take it to the next step, because everything he'd lived was up to that point. So then I come in and learn beyond my father, but still not in a good place to take the business to the next level, because everything I learned was what we've all experienced there. So I was really happy to bring on a few years ago, and Lane was here year before last year.
Year before.
So really happy because I always felt like between my father and myself, there was a gap. he was ready to retire before I was ready to really take the company to the next place. Just from an expertise, people management. I mean, it's so different managing executives versus managing more floor. I mean, it's just a whole different ego aspect. It's just a whole different sensitivity element. And so, what I'm really happy with is now, so we brought in Lane. Now Josh is mentoring with Lane. So Lane tells me we've been talking 3 to 5 years for 3 years now. So he's having a lot of fun what he's doing. I still think we've got Lane for another 3+ years before he wanted to retire. And so he's mentoring Josh. And anyway, it just feels like my goal was now to provide Josh with some good mentorship, some exterior experience, as well as a nice, healthy company. And so that's just really coming to fruition. The marketplace for cutlery and knives has altered dramatically over the last 5 years, where COVID played a huge role in buying American-made products. But one of the really core things we've seen is that folks tend to, they're not shy with money as far as willing to buy really good stuff. It just doesn't seem like people are that interested in disposable stuff. And so high-end materials, I mean, anyway, it's working out well for us as a brand. The Buy American's working well. The self-reliance, get outdoors, have the bug out bags, and just be prepared for some small crises or anything. So it's all of those elements. The Buy American, trust brands, high-end materials are just serving us as a company really well. We are probably capable of doing about 80 to 85% of what our demand is right now. We cannot build enough versus what we have demand for. And I will say, from a company standpoint, it's not so much a labor issue anymore. We are now, it was for a while, but now we're not having trouble maintaining people. I mean, we've increased prices a lot, but we've increased wages a lot. So we have, in our area, we've found a good balance. So we're nice and secure in that way. We're just having more equipment. I would say we probably spent, our relocation to Idaho happened too late. We were a little too unhealthy by the time we finally moved. We should have moved a decade earlier. California just got difficult a long time ago, and we just stuck it out too long. But now that move put us hanging on by our fingernails, recovering from that move. Weren't really able to replace equipment like we should have. So it's like we're driving around in a pickup truck with 400,000 miles on it. And it's running, but you don't really trust it. And so now we have finally achieved the corporate vitality to now be ready to, because we have our normal capital expenditures every year, new product tooling, IT upgrades. I mean, we have our normal packaging stuff. We have our normal capital expenditures every year. So now on top of that, we're rolling another $2 to $2.5 million a year back into just starting to upgrade our equipment. And so that is really exciting. Once we start doing that, we can take those cross-country trips and not worry about the transmission anymore. So that's really excited about that. So that's kind of our next 3 years is going to be some really good capital reinvestment in our company, and really set us up for success. So happy to say that. From an AKTI standpoint, it's interesting that so I'm right now finishing up my 3rd term as president of AKTI, and it's interesting that a lot of our corporate participants, when we have bigger corporations now that have bought up some of our competitors, those people tend to cycle. So versus the family companies where people tend to not cycle, So we keep grooming people for leadership positions only to have them get transferred or get fired or just move to another business. So AKTI though is doing well. We're victims of our own success. I'll tell a quick story. So back in the 80s, my father had to fly to it was San Antonio, Texas, because the city of San Antonio had passed a law making buck knives illegal, not realizing that they were making folding lockback knives illegal. They didn't realize buck was a brand name. So my father had to fly back there to straighten that out, which they did. But that just goes to show you how far we've come, where there was a time when lockback knives were being confiscated as gravity knives. So that was the 80s, compared to where we are today with flippers and autos and assisted openers. And so the legislation involving knives has virtually disappeared. None of us really worry about it like we used to. We used to worry about it a lot. And so that's a testament to our industry and how much progress we've made being proactive. Now we're talking about making autos legal in the last 4 states in the union where they're illegal. So 40.
You might want to stay out of New York.
They're actually legal in New York, believe it or not, but I do plan on staying out of New York. So that's that's a quick ACTI update. We're working on the Interstate Transport Act. So we have 2 federal things we're working on, eliminating the Federal Switchblade Act, which we still feel is very possible. And then we're also doing a federal preemption, the Interstate Transport Act, where if it's legal where you're coming from, legal where you're going, it should be legal to have with you as you're traveling. And so that's kind of a federal preemption type statute. What's interesting in both the Federal Switchblade Act and the Interstate Transport Act, we have good bipartisan support because hunting is completely bipartisan, both Republicans and Democrats, but also the one-hand operation is also, the building trades have been a huge positive force for us as far as people wanting one-hand opening knives and the utility of it. So when it's fairly easy, it's super easy for me to reach out to Idaho Republicans and get all the support I want. But if we're talking about California or Washington State or even Oregon State or other places, it's really good to be able to tap into a force on the Democrat side of the aisle that can call up a legislator and go, no, this is a really good thing. You need to support this bill, and we'll get letters of support. So anyway, it's working out. It's working out really well. It's been a nice coalition and a bipartisan fashion. What else, Tim? Anything else? Anybody have any just quick questions? And I'll if something of interest.
Now's the time to ask.
What we got new coming in?
So from a 2024, you may have already seen stuff, but our focus this year was everyday carry and hunting. So those were the 2 big areas. Well, and the Buckmaster, which was a personal project of mine. But so that's kind of what's new this year. I'm really excited about next year. I'm gonna tease with that the Magna Cut's always fun. So the Magna Cut is going to become more and more part of our product line, and we're really good at the heat treating of that. So I think the stuff we put out with the new steels is really better performing than other people using the same steel, and we just play with it long enough. But we have a lot of everyday carry, some kitchens, some new materials going into next year. We have some new locking mechanisms that I'm really excited about, and so I'm looking forward to 2025. I don't have, the only prototype I have right now is I'm finally carrying some Magna Cut just to just to do it. That's what freed up the other ones to so the one that I donated. So this knife right here was just our prototype here at the Blade Show for dialing in the Blade Show logo on the side of the 722. So that's what this one is, and I signed the blade. And this one was just one of my favorite knives. It's the canvas burlap micarta. I love the handle material, but this is my all-time favorite knife, the little 112 S30V steel. And but I carried this at NRA show this year. So.
CJ, do you think parts are getting easier for you guys to get?
You know, we've never had any parts issues or material issues. So our parts issues are our own lack of capacity. Like it's not vendors and stuff.
How about nickel silver, man? There's a lot of people want to see nickel silver come back.
Yeah, I'm that one. I'm not sure what's. Tony, you know what's going on with nickel silver?
Do I know what's going on?
Yeah, I've heard that from people, but and I don't know that it's a vendor issue or if it's our capacity issue.
It's a production issue.
So it's a production. Yeah, because I didn't think it was a vendor issue.
Yeah.
So it's our own capacity where we're behind on other things, and so we're cranking through. So what's happening with us as a company, as I said, we've got more demand than we can fill. So we kind of prioritize the highest margin opportunities. And where normally we try and do everything, now we're just trying to spend our capacity on the things with the highest margins for us. And so some things are just more work or more involved, or they might pull an assembly cell down for a little while, and so rather than switch over, we'll just keep running the stuff that's selling. So it'll be something like that. It'd be a story like that.
Is Danny Peretti fully retired now?
No, he's partially retired, and we have a lot of little hooks in him. So he's doing a part-time. He's doing a special series, which is going to be cool. Little build-outs that he's doing, and we're pretty excited about those, and he's pretty excited about those. But I think this partial retirement, we'll see how it works for him. He's taking care of his wife now, and so he needed to not be working full-time. And so we'll see how this compromise works, and if it works well, then I think he'll be partially in place for a while, because he loves what he's doing.
Yeah.
And we love him to death.
Question. Okay. May the 4th, Buck of the Month. Was it inspired?
Star Wars Day.
Yes. Was it inspired by Darth Vader's lightsaber or Darth Maul?
Darth Maul.
Darth Vader. Darth Vader.
It's gotta be on there.
Big discussion on the Facebook page.
This is
Good luck answering that one.
a perpetually asked question.
It's gonna be one of those things, what's
The
come first,
design
chicken or the
team
egg?
has an answer, and we will not share it with you. Perpetuity.
Yeah, I've been calling it the Darth Ranger.
I know the answer. All right.
You're all right?
Yeah.
Good call, Doran.
It's like any art, it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah,
In the eye of the beholder.
whatever sells more product. Whatever story you need, we're good with it.
Yep.
Well, they're all gone, so it worked.
TJ, are you gonna make a sword?
No.
Caleb, you cinched that. He said where you were in there.
Find one of those old scimitars that's close to sword.
Tony, you want to come on up?
Oh, is it my turn?
It will be your turn.
Oh, good. Do I get to pick on him?
Yes.
Good.
So now he's signed in under oath in full deposition mode.
Let me grab one of these so I can keep track.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see him again in awards here in a little bit.
Awards, you say?
Yeah.
All right. Well, my name is Tony Wagner. I am the club liaison. I am the official firewall between the company and the club. So a lot of the communication is going through me. So that helps to streamline everything, to eliminate communication issues and confusion, and keep everything moving forward. I work with Barbara mostly.
That's why I peeked first.
She she loves to call me and inform me on what's going on with the club and ask really good questions so we can really forge a better relationship. I know that there has been some rockiness in the past, and we're working really hard to support the club in the best way that we can. One of the ways that we're working to do that is I'm developing a program where if you guys are going out to knife shows and the hosting club is doing a raffle or something like that, please let Tim or Barbara know. I have a selection of knives that I will be able to send out as donations for that on behalf of the club and the company.
Are those the ones on your desk?
Those are the ones on my desk, yes. All 400 of them. No, not all 400 of them, trust me. All right, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to introduce you guys to the concept for this year's annual club knife. It's going to take a little bit of imagination because the only sample of the handle that I had was inadvertently put on the wrong model knife. And a similar sample is put on the right knife, but one caveat. So this year's club knife is a model 120 General. Because we asked the club through a survey, what knife do you want to see? And most common answer was fixed blade. And of the models, the specific model that was requested the most was a model 120. We'd only done one 120 for the 20th anniversary, to my knowledge, which was a stacked lucite handle reminiscent of the handmade knives. So this year, we chose a brand new shockwood color. It's got a red, white, and blue swirl to it. 50-50, so it has the wood forward to the guard, but the fuller grooves will not be on the club knife. So it'll be a 120 with no fuller groove with a shockwood handle that we've never had before. The actual color of the shockwood was put on a 119. So I'm going to pass this one around. It is sharp, so don't cut yourself, so you can see the actual colors. And they will come with a standard black leather sheath.
Hey Tony, is there any like special stamping or anything like BCCI stuff or anything like that on this one?
You know, Tony, I'm glad you asked.
I know a lot of people like that.
I'm glad you asked. I'm going to pass this one around as well because yes, Tori's my show. We have a brand new laser in the building, and so a lot of people had said, on the steels that are non-standard 420 high carbon, we do a laser mark with the ball boss heat treat that signifies the blade steel. This new laser will actually deep etch into, not just on the surface. So we're experimenting with that. The club logo will be on the back side, so there'll be a standard buck stamp on one side and the club stamp on the other side, and that stamp will be deep laser etched. So you'll see that on the sample of the 120.
That's why we want to revamp the club logo.
Yeah, so one of the other projects that I'll be working on is to redo the club logo. The club logo has been used for many years with the silhouette of Hoyt at the anvil, the 110 in the front. I've got my design team internally actually working on the logo. What that will do is it'll allow us and the club to be able to more effectively print t-shirts or any other logoed items in a print or laser ready capacity. So we'll be able to laser club logo on the blades, on the handles, even on the sheets. We can do a whole bunch of different things.
Come on, put it in so they can just look at the handle.
All right. Anybody have any questions? Oh, crap. Anyone have any answers?
5.
Yes.
Will that etching be deep enough to let you polish the blade without removing the etching?
Good question. The answer is perhaps.
I believe you.
The 120 that I'm sending around is the first time that we've used the deep etch on something other than what we've been using it on, sort of stealthily. So if you've purchased a 112 or a 110 within the past 8 months, those are deep laser etched on the blades. Have we experimented with mirror polish on those deep etch? Not to my knowledge. But with this 120, I took it direct from the laser out to the shop and ran it on a typro wheel to remove the burr that was created from the deep edge. So it took that just fine without hogging off a lot of excess material. So it should, in theory, be able to be mirror polished, but we also do have the ability to potentially do a mirror polish with a top laser. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So polish it first and then laser second. Yes, Dan?
Any comments on the new company store or any thoughts of the museum that you want to share?
So many thoughts. So on, was it May 11th that we did the grand reopening?
Yeah.
So in January, who here has visited the factory store? How long has it been since you visited the factory store?
1 more year.
Well, yeah, you were just there. Sorry, Sean. The 35th, okay. So we started demolition in the factory store, which was a very small location, sort of tucked back in the corner. There was a hallway leading between the lobby and our corporate break room, and then there were some resource rooms and a storage room in between them. Moved the store temporarily up to the museum space. It was very cramped. Surprisingly, our numbers we thought were going to dip down, and they not only maintained themselves, but they had a slight uptick during that period of time. So I think that people really liked that sort of cozy feeling, and they also felt a little bit more committed to make a purchase since they had to walk upstairs. But during that time, we tore out the everything in the store, ripped up the carpet, stained and polished the concrete floor, cut a giant hole into the front breezeway area to create an opening there so we can be open on Saturdays now. So moving forward, we're going to be open 6 days a week. We expanded the store hours, so now we're open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays. The store layout, we about tripled the space of the footprint of the store. Modernized it, but kept a classic look. So all around the soffitting is old barnwood, and it's not just a veneer, it's actually legitimate barnwood. Brand new custom glass top counter, spaces, big, beautifully lit graphics. Personally, my addition to the store was to do a timeline wall. So the entire back wall, it's about 4.5 feet tall and 15 feet wide. And it's a backlit story of both the Buck family and the Buck company, as well as peppered in some historical events just to give you perspective of how long the Buck family has been making knives. So if you do get a chance to visit us in Post Falls, definitely check out the factory store. Our grand opening was very well received. We had great media presence. The local online and radio stations got us a lot of people. So those that have visited the factory, the front entrance has two sides. You know that the stairwell from the lobby goes upstairs. We had the line wrapped around in front of warranty, in front of the base of the stairs, out the south door, wrapped all the way around the front of the building out to the employee lot. And that line stayed there until about 2 in the afternoon as we were moving people in. We expected Saturday to be a lot more busy, and Friday we were slammed. We had 4 registers open and we still had lines, and everybody was in such a great mood. Now Saturday was much more family oriented. We had the local Little League come out, and they were cooking up hot dogs and selling cupcakes and stuff, and we had some games outside. We had a coloring contest so kids could color a Spitfire, and then the executive team chose some winners of who they thought did the best, and they got to come in and custom build their own Spitfire. One of the winners just achieved her black belt in karate, I think. She was like 9 or 10 years old, and from upstairs you could hear her. Yeah. I didn't get to see her do it, but I heard her, and the reports it was pretty awesome. And let's see, what else can I say about it? A lot of new merchandise. So those of you that have been asking for new hats, our new member here, I forget your name, Barrett. Barrett, can you stand up and do your best Vanna White? Model your hat. So that's one of the new additions. There you go. Now do one of these. There you go. Perfect. And we also have some new tin tackers, and we have some of those at our booth. So if you haven't had a chance to visit our booth, check that out. We have a slew of brand new Yeti cups, and we have these silicone cups now that are indestructible. When we first got them in, I took one and slammed it as hard as I could into the ground, and it bounced back up and hit me in the face. So I don't recommend that. But they're dishwasher safe. Have you put one in dishwasher yet? But I've had some people say that they really like them for coffee because the silicone keeps the heat away. So yeah, we have those too. The museum is still theoretically a work in progress. CJ and I have chatted about some ideas. Lane and I have chatted about some ideas. It's still a ways away. We need your help and support to help pay for the factory store remodel. So the more knives that we can sell, the sooner we can recoup that and then start working on the museum.
I've done my part.
Almost.
Almost. I'll be back in September.
Yeah, when's the next tent sale? That's what they wanted to do.
Yeah, so CJ is flying back out tomorrow morning. He'll have like a half a day of respite, and then I fly back with the rest of the crew Monday. Tuesday, the factory store is closed because instead of doing the tent in the parking lot, we found out that the retail space in the new factory store is only about 6 or 8 square feet less than the tent. So we're going to go ahead and do it inside. That sale starts Wednesday.
Oh. I'm
leading
sorry.
up to Father's Day. So the sale will happen Wednesday through Saturday.
Is the company store affecting things like Smoky Mountain Knife Works relationship and stuff? I've heard that we're not doing as much of anything like that. True, false?
It's a fair question to ask. The store has only been open for a couple of weeks. So how is it affecting that? I don't know the answer to that. I can tell you that we do work really hard with our retail partners to give them the best of what we can give them based on whatever production capacities that we have. CJ touched on the fact that, we're only able to produce about 85% of the demand. They're rolled up in that demand as well. For right now, we've eased up on more of the special projects so we can get ourselves caught back up. The plan is to, once we get caught back up, during this interim to develop new programs that are more easily producible that we can offer to them and be able to actually get them what they order. Right now, yeah, we could take the orders. That would be not an issue. It's deliverables, and we don't want to overpromise. So. Anyone else?
Are you gonna make a sword?
Caleb, you know you're on thin ice.
No.
If he makes a sword, what happens to it? Puts Buck's name on it.
Well, just don't. You can make your own swords.
There you go.
Just don't put Buck's knife on it, when you go with a name on it, when you go to jail.
Have Gramps take you to the wrecking yard. Grab a leaf spring from an old car. Get a forge. If you can't afford a forge, rip a satellite dish out of somebody's house.
He's already talking that.
Okay?
Don't put ideas in his head.
I'm serious.
Paper and a hammer.
I'm serious. You
Time.
listen.
It'll keep him busy for many years.
Important style.
Yeah. You can do it. I believe you. Start with cardboard first.
800 grit sandpaper and go for it.
Yeah. Let it rip. Just let it rip.
Just take your time.
Anybody else? You guys are quiet in the back.
That's good. Gene's
Gene's asleep.
and Brian's back there sleeping too, I bet.
Yeah.
Tony, they would like you to hold these so they could see them on the.
Oh, am I on camera?
Yes.
Yes, that's a
Hello. Hi. All right. Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in and see if it focuses on the.
It looks like it's focusing on the blade and the handle, yes.
Okay. There we go. So for those online, The fuller groove that you see here, that will not be on the knife. The color of this handle is more greenish than the actual knife will be. This one has more of a red, white, and blue finish. Good?
Yeah. All those hand modeling classes paid off.
Yeah. Yes, yes. If you see our Buck of the Month videos and you wonder, who's that fat guy? It's me, doing all the unboxing videos.
You want to tell them we can expect it?
Yes, we can expect it when it's finished. The handle material was purchased. The handle material, because it's a custom order, takes 4 months for delivery. It was ordered last month, so you add 4 months. Then it has to go to a vendor that shapes the handle itself and bores out the center so we can affix the tang through the handle. That takes about another month. So we're realistically looking at about mid-November. Sooner if we get the part sooner, but mid-November is about the project date. Anything else over there? No? All right. And with that, I'm going to pass it back to Tim.
Okay, thank you, Tony. The last year or so with Tony being our liaison, it's really helped things move a lot smoother. We were working with Chris Carrasa before that, and I got nothing wrong with Chris, but he just didn't.
Tim, while you're ahead, finish.
I'm ahead. Anyway, Tony has really done a great job for the club. He is on our side. Okay. We want to
Go to the office, the SG to come up and do the election of our officers.
Okay, Gene, at this time, could you come up and do the report for the nominating committee?
Who are they?
I don't know, man. I tried to stay out of it.
Gotta have a commercial advertisement before the club first.
Okay. There you go. Yes.
Actually, if you visit Barbara at the membership thing, there's a 403 out there that David Yellowhorse did up, and he's raffling off, or the club's raffling off chances. $20 apiece. There's a few left.
Gene,
And after 2+ years, we finally have.
give it to
the
Tim
knife.
so he can show it on the
You
camera.
can pass that around.
No, on the camera first.
Oh.
I didn't have any modeling.
There it is. That's what the pro did.
Well, yeah, now you gummed it up with all the. Hold on. Let me make it look pretty.
How many
Let
people
professionals
should take the
do
handle on
it.
that?
There we go.
I thought I put it in my pocket.
Today is kind of the introduction of the knife. There are 3 left available at a special price to members today and today only of $350. It'll be available on our website at $365, and it'll be delivered to your door.
Okay, the name of the knife you need to tell them? Please, Tim?
Silver Eagle. White Eagle. Okay.
Yellow Horse.
Same design front and back.
So, yeah, same design front and back. And Michael Prater and David Yellowhorse collaborated on the knife.
Yeah, that's a collaboration. That's part of the reason it took 2 years to, maybe I'm supposed to stand here, I don't know. Nobody yelled. It is a collaboration between Michael Prater and David Yellowhorse. Part of what I wanted to get done was to take and get the same design on both sides. In the past, their collaborations had design on one side and the other artist on the other side. So I kind of put it together and it came out good. I hope you guys appreciate it.
There's a joke, CJ, when stuff goes out to the reservation, David has a new cousin or a stepbrother. It's called Merritt Yellowhorse.
They're always picking on me. but I'm bigger than they are, so it's okay. Nominating committee, with the help of Charles McCoy. We've talked to quite a few people, trying to get people that would be interested. We have 3 open spots available this year.
Let's go around.
The board is set up so that every year there are 3 positions that need to be filled and voted on. This year we have a vice president position and 2 board member positions. The nomination committee recommended Dale Eichenberg for vice president, Matt Natale, is that right?
Yes.
And Charles McCoy for the other board position.
Okay, so Tim needs to accept your report.
I accept the report.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for the time and effort you guys have put there.
So I guess you handle all those in favor?
Okay.
Okay, and then you need to ask if there's any questions from the floor or anyone wants to.
The question's already done. All right, are there any questions from the floor at this time? Anyone have any questions?
Gene,
Are we not gonna fill the 3rd position?
No, that is.
you are the 3rd position.
And the 4th if we need it.
So, do you have any,
I second the 3 nominations.
just what, raise your hand if you agree with this, I guess.
All those in favor?
All those in favor of the proceeding with the recommendations of the nominating committee? I fully, Dale, we will be working real close.
I'm sorry?
We will be working real close
I
together.
look forward to it, really do.
Are there any opposed?
Mr. President?
So it passes unanimously.
So it passes unanimously. I've got a good crew up here helping me out with all this stuff. I'm trying to just fade back because we
Vote
need
of
to.
affirmation. Okay, go ahead, Nick.
All right, so those are accepted. Secretary's taking notes, I guess. Take care of all that business for me.
Okay, you need to ask them how they feel about the fundraisers we've been doing, about the challenge coin, the auction, and the raffles.
All right, I guess at this time we're going to open it up for discussions about how we've been conducting the club business. I mean, we've been doing a lot of raffles lately. I don't know if you know that. Being involved in it. We got involved in a food drive with Buck Knives on their Christmas drive, and
With
we
the
actually.
employees.
Huh?
It was the employees food drive.
Employees food drive, yeah, anyway, we did some donation and we got the Danny Peretti buoy, so we passed that on to anybody that donated to the donut fund would be in the drawing for the Danny Peretti deal, and it exploded. I mean, it just everybody wanted it, so we appreciate that. It really helped fund. Tony told me we might have too many donuts. What do you think, Tony? Stay at that level?
There were a few employees leaving that day with boxes.
Well, we might cut that down just a little bit, but we appreciate the work they do.
CJ wasn't in that day.
And actually, CJ, while you're
Missed
here,
out on his
I mean,
box of
we do
donuts.
donuts with Chuck. Are cookies fine with you? Okay, we'll continue that.
Maybe he would like cupcakes. We could ask. I'm only kidding.
Cookies are good. They can grab them. Yeah, I see they can grab them and go. You know, get back to work.
Just make sure CJ's gonna be there on the day we have them delivered.
We do it on his birthday, so we got to find out when he's going to be there.
But anyway, I hope you pass it on. We do appreciate the employees there. I mean,
Oh, yeah. No, it comes across really well.
all right.
I guess
It's a whole big deal about it.
I know everyone likes to eat. I have a question. We've been doing the auctions and the raffles. Does anyone have any suggestions for any raffles or maybe a different kind of a program? Do you have any? No, I mean suggestions.
I think it's a great program from what I've seen. I've
So,
got great feedback on it.
part of the thing was I got feedback. Barbara got feedback. We wanted that people wanted to do the raffles because if we do the auction, the deep pockets usually end up with the thing, you know, and I know it, and it is, and I'm kind of with them. I mean, it's good because those people support our club too, but we do the auction still, and they can get what they want, but everybody gets a chance at the raffle. So, and I've heard just a couple, just keep raffling, man. Every time you put a raffle up, I'm in, because they've been going out. One of the guys in Idaho won the last raffle for the. But then we've got the raffle coming up for what?
The Yellow Horse.
Yellow Horse celebration out there. That has been a great response. People have been doing that. We'll get that done here pretty
Got
soon.
about 20 chances left.
20 chances left. And we tried to not. We set a limit on the things basically, so we're not pulling in a whole lot of money. I mean, we've kind of tried to figure out what it's worth and how many members we got, and keep it. You know, make 10,000. If it's $1,000 thing, we do that. So and it's working out pretty well. I think it's been good for the club doing it that way.
And legally, we can't, as a nonprofit, we can't only make up to 35%. And over our gross proceeds to remain a nonprofit.
Well, I'm glad you're stepping in because I didn't know that. I got staff's getting better all the time.
We try to keep a net on him, but you know, Sharon and I have a full-time job.
Yeah, and they do it very well. So do we want to do
the awards next?
We got the nominee committee membership report. Do the awards next.
Because they're all waiting there.
Yes, sir.
I know that I'm probably one of the very small minority here that really despises using Facebook and actively tries not to use it at all possible. Would it be possible on the raffles or whatnot to also put it up on the club sites? We do have the forums and whatnot, and just set up a topic on one of the forums just to go, by the way, the winner of whatever raffle with so-and-so, just so that we can support them on that as well.
I can put up small MP4 files. So, yes, the answer is yes, but I don't know how practical it would be. I'd have to work.
I was just saying, even putting up the
video.
Just a little quick blurb, letting people know, by the way, the winner was so-and-so.
It's in the newsletter, by the way, if you look at the very last.
Yeah, but
it is in there, yeah.
I can do that, and that's probably one of my jobs. Facebook is so easy. I'm kind of like you, but I love our website because you have to be a member to go there. And
I can put an announcement on the front page. That's no big deal.
It's just one of those things that it seems like it'd be useful to have.
They have to go to the web page to purchase the tickets.
Yeah, so it makes sense just to let.
Okay, we can get that. We can get that done.
That I can do, no problem.
That's kind of feedback we're looking for. And like I say, any of you out there, I'm usually available. And my information is in the newsletter. If you call me, I'll tell you I can talk or can't talk.
We'll put a recording on the phone so you can.
All right. So we go right into
awards, please.
Do we want to
do the kids first?
Okay, well, probably.
Okay, do the kids first, but I want you to call up Brian to help you. Brian and Karen. Ask Brian and Karen to come up.
Brian, did you come up here, please?
Jean?
Just a minute. Jean?
Jean, any
you've been requested also.
Brian does a lot of our auctions, and he's our auctioneer. Okay. Where is it?
What are we auctioning?
Just a minute.
Okay, sorry.
Where is the award?
Okay. All right, at this time, this is our auctioneer. You'll be hearing from him in just a few minutes. At this time, I think, Brian, could you step forward? Every year.
Put him back here. You keep talking. I want to talk.
Okay, not every year, but most years. Most years, we have a Paul Lentz Award. It goes to a person that is very helpful to the club and does a lot of things. This year's Paul Lentz Award is Brian Hugh. Okay.
You're doing so good.
All right. Well,
Now he's got to get his glasses.
here we go. I did have my eyes worked on, but it ain't quite right. So. All right, the 18th annual 2024 Paul Lentz Memorial Award is presented to Brian Hugh. The 2024 Paul Lentz Award for distinguished service to the Buck Collectors Club is hereby bestowed to Brian Hugh. Brian is a lifetime member and has served the club in advocate, friend, officer, friend, and has been very instrumental in making the club grow over these years. He has been an active member and dedicated displayer at knife shows, club volunteer and instructors at the anniversary celebrations, and made mentors to new members. His times, talents, and ideas have made the club a special place. We salute you and thank you. The Buck Collectors Club Incorporated. Thank you, Karen, for sharing him with us. Thank you, Brian. Well deserved.
Speech. Brian, if you don't give a speech, that means I have a new project for you.
Okay, now you just want to go on with the...
Yeah, now you can do your.
So, CJ, could you come up and pass out the awards for us, please?
She's out shopping.
So, I'll tell you what, let's start with the four youth that have completed the Mission Possible. Our Mission Possible is kind of a rip-off from a Bible school theme many years ago. 8 years ago, exactly, when me and my wife were doing the Bible school deal. It is a collaboration. They have to do a little history deal from, they have had some history of Buck Knives, history of the Buck Collectors Club, history of members, and writing letters to either Lane, CJ, Chris Roscoe. There's several, Tony, several Buck employees, so they do you a letter. So at this time, we'll start with Shay. Is Shay here?
He is.
Shay, can you come up? Shay, you Mission Possible, and we're glad you got here, and helping us out.
I can't believe it. He's going to start high school next year.
Natalie?
Oh, you guys stay up
Me either.
Natalie? Come on up, Natalie. Natalie, as completed this mission. There's not a sword.
There's no sword in there.
Last but not least. There you go. Last but not least, my oldest granddaughter, Sarah Lynch. She's awake.
Take a picture, please.
Okay,
Where did you lose now?
okay, so I guess we'll just go into the display awards and start out in order here. Odd, one of a kind, concept prototype knife, Caleb Lindsay. You finally get your sword. But,
Picture, my
oh,
goodness.
wait a minute.
They go so fast, he's gonna get there and look at that knife.
Don't be quick. That is a sword. I guess y'all figured it out that we got off a theme for a little bit. Usually our award nights are the Buck Collectors Club annual night. So this year it's a 120. So Buck Custom Knives, Sarah Lindsay. Free Factory Handmade Knives, I think we all know who that is, Dale.
single model, single series knife from Natalie Lindsay. Yellow Horse Knives, Gene Merrick.
Gene Yellow Horse. We're just trying to figure out which end of the horse.
The best ends. It's like the Star Wars knife, the best end, so you can use your own.
And you are bigger than me. Just pointing that out. You can't pick on people smaller.
I don't know about that, I could go.
Affiliation series, Sharon Lindsay. Organizational series, Bruce Cannon. Tactical, police knives, Brian Hugh. History, literature, oral, historical. CJ and I kind of have a standing deal that when we go to next week to Lebanon, he will threaten me with a knife.
Yeah, it's an
All right.
year.
All right.
Channeling my inner Caleb.
So that leads us to Best of Show. Dale Eckhart. I'll get your name correct, Mom.
Dale, if you get correct, you're
I'll leave, I'll make you spell it now too.
Oh, and Dale, if you just stay there a minute.
Yes, sir. Can I just call you D?
D.
Mr. D. There you go.
Mr. D, Best of Show.
Oh, wow.
So,
Did I spell it wrong? Your name, did I spell your name wrong?
No, there's somewhere else it was.
Oh, okay.
It's perfect.
Chairman.
Well, Chairman.
I think one of them was Best of Show.
Yes.
So now we need the three youth we just played. The Lindsay Clan. You guys get another sword. This is for, we just make, when you displays, we automatically get there and display knife. And this one is special because it's got a special logo on it. Miranda. Said that logo for this Blake show. It's got the 44 Blake show on it.
Oh, I have a phone crazy.
Getting a lot of pictures of bats, but
All right, now.
I was not able to get it on Facebook. I'm just recording.
I don't care.
All right, we're good.
So, at this time, I go ahead and ask the,
Am I released?
No, we got one other thing. I need CJ to pick a name out of here and let CJ pronounce it.
so, is this for the,
This is for,
the membership drive?
This is a membership drive. These are people that signed up for.
So, all you new members, get ready. Got my glasses.
If you can't read it, pass it to me, I'll read it.
You know, I should tell people, write as clearly as you want to win. So, Stephen.
Golden Zerk.
Oh, yeah,
Stephen?
I don't think he's here.
Well, the ticket number 4548.
Member number?
Member number 4548.
He's just not here.
He's not here.
You gotta be present to win.
Yeah, you gotta be present.
Okay, we're going again.
Heck yeah. All right.
Everybody deserves a second chance.
You know, there's only 4 more in here.
I know.
All right. Andre.
Gomez.
Yeah, I met him earlier today. But,
I don't see him here.
No? By golly.
I didn't get it.
Tim, did you talk to him before the meeting and give him the wrong number?
No.
You ready, new members here? Yeah, show of hands, who's new?
Steve Hardman. Steve Hardman.
He gets it.
There's only one more left?
Two more in
Well,
there.
he's the only one here, so
Yeah.
congratulations.
It's the annual night. Did you bring it in?
That's good.
Dinner for 2 at Burger World and a Bug t-shirt.
Yeah, please.
After the meeting, we have the night at the table.
So,
Congratulations.
Can I get your picture, CJ?
and congratulations.
Even though you're in a cage.
Welcome to the club, man. So, no?
Steve, I'll
Yes, you
remember,
do.
come to me first.
So, just continue, so we're gonna start giving away and stuff?
Now start doing the rest of the
All
giveaway.
right, Sharon, you got that?
Can I say something first?
Well, certainly. I can tell you, Kate.
So, it seems like the Lindsay clan kind of took over on the displays. Anybody is welcome to put up a display. And the first year Tim and I came and displayed here, Tim had one knife. And anybody that displays for the first time gets a novice award. So, bring a knife, you win a knife. So just think about for next year. It doesn't have to be.
Actually, it's a first-time displayers award.
First time
And we have a novice
Yes.
category, I mean, 3 or 4
Oh, well,
people.
all right, so you could win 2 knives then.
Yes.
Tony's got a collection.
I got one. Yeah.
So at this time,
Just gotta drop it on the table.
But you scored
Yeah, you have to know your members number to win.
3153.
Oh,
so at this time, I say the club's gonna try and give back a little bit. We have really had great support on our raffles, anything we've done, people have stepped up and responded to and supported, so we're going to give back a little bit. It's very nice up here. We're going to call out your number. You can come up and take your pick. I would start on that end down there. I'm just kidding. But anyway, we'll just keep going until
Everything's off the
everything's
table.
gone, so.
Can I say something else?
You don't
All right,
have to.
some of these are numbered. Some of the people that were displaying, I just went in and put their not names in here because everybody that displayed got 2 tickets each day they displayed. So some of you don't have the other side of your ticket. If we call your name, then you win. If you call a number, you gotta match it with the card you have.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Be stepping, we're going to
All right, you want me to draw?
draw.
Tim,
Yeah,
Buckminster is first, right?
it's choice.
I thought you were going to do the, okay, never
It's
mind.
choice. They just, you'll be first.
All right, this one is torn, so hopefully it has enough numbers. But the last 5 numbers would be 3, 8, 4, 5, 9. 3, 8, 4, 5, 9.
3, 8, 4, 5, 9.
That's the last 5 numbers.
3, 8, 4.
Last 5 numbers.
Is that a 6? That's a 6.
Okay, 3, 8, 4, 6, 9.
All right.
I was talking that in.
Start with the cups.
No,
No, you get your choice.
Oh, shit.
Well, I think that's an obvious choice.
All right, and then you need to show everyone what you picked.
Nat.
like White Santa, right?
Is that Nat?
That's the new one, huh?
Yeah, that's Nat.
Natalie?
That's the Laren, that's no brainer, right? There you go.
You're next, Natalie.
Tim Lindsay.
Probably make your pick so I can make mine.
No boyfriend's gonna mess with you, are they?
Galvin Salzberg.
Here. I like that.
Come on over.
Gene Merritt.
Okay, on the, over here.
Over here, sir.
Anything you want on the table?
What'd you do about the mask?
Yeah.
You changed it?
Mike Rosenthal.
Mike Rosenthal.
Can't resist. Can't resist.
That's pretty.
Have even more green. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go pretty quick soon as Matt.
Michael Lowe.
Bigger is better, right?
I don't know, your bag's pretty full already.
All right, we're back to numbers.
All right, come on up now. This is
838. 4, 8,
Talk to us afterwards.
7. Nope, you're good, Greg.
Just big. Hey, if you remember the club now, man, we even though T-shirt, we trust it. No.
Last 3 numbers. 4, 7, 7. 4, 7, 7.
No, she already won one.
Oh, yeah, drive one something.
Yeah. You won one prize, split them out.
All right, Brian, you.
Oh, Brian wants the stuffing.
This one.
All right, another number. 4, 7, 4.
474, the last number.
Yeah, John's coming up. Miss Sarah.
Is it from here?
All right, last 3 numbers. 4, 9, 2. 4, 9,
492.
We did have a couple people leave.
Oh, they gotta be here to win.
Yeah.
Bruce.
Oh, Bruce is getting the stuffy. I can see it written on his face. He can't wait.
In the club,
David Glass.
Oh, you should have taken the stuffing.
It's tempting.
476.
Oh, that's 6, 7.
6, 7. Oh, you already know? Okay. Another nap. You know what? We're going to Vegas. Dale.
Nope, Dale's already won too.
Dale's already won. You won the big one.
Yeah.
Xavier.
Xavier?
Xavier.
Come pick a prize. Come pick a prize off the table.
You got your choice. You got your choice of what's left there.
Thank you. 4, 6,
Super, thank you.
8.
There you go.
Throw that one.
Okay. 4, 6, 7.
There it is.
Hey!
Shade, you can get the stuffy, right?
480.
Oh, that's you, Tim. You want to pass?
How we
He
go?
already won.
Oh, well, then it's mine.
You multiple winners. Okay, 489.
Sure, yeah.
Well,
Caleb, have you won something yet?
No.
All right.
where you get the sword?
479.
Oh, that's me. Go to the next person.
Francesco
Della.
Francesco Dalla?
Isn't that your Italian friend?
Yeah, I don't see him.
You didn't come to the meeting.
All right, raise a hand if you haven't got a prize yet. How many we got? 1,
Too many.
3, 4, 5. Come on up and pick something.
And Dale's in here like 10 times.
No wonder you won.
Ah,
So if
Okay,
there's not enough, we have more of these, if you want one of these.
488.
You
you already won.
Terrible knife holder.
wait a minute, how, we're gonna do these next?
Yeah, we'll do this. All right, here, Brian, could you go up, please, and do the auction for us?
You're just saying that anyone who has.
Yeah, anybody that hasn't got one, come on up and grab something.
You want
I
one?
got one already.
No problem.
Everybody get some?
Yeah.
Well, that worked out good.
No, I didn't, I didn't get my knife. I don't,
Oh, the guy back there.
that's not nice.
All right, this time we're gonna do the auction.
All right.
Auction off a week at CJ's house.
Make your first bid your best. Let's go, I guess it's just do one at a time.
Yeah. All right, so the first one we're gonna auction off is the CJ signed, personally owned, Slade Show Spitfire. Signed by CJ.
Okay, remember all these funds go to help the club, and most of those funds help. If you didn't get a chance to look at some of the knives that were just given away, we had the new Buckmaster, an $800 knife. There were some $892 ground combat knives there that I've seen. So what do I have for the 722 Spitfire, signed by CJ? I'm looking for a $20 opening bid.
Yeah.
I have $20 up front, looking for $25.
Yep.
25 on the left, looking for $30.
I'll go 30.
30 up front, looking for $35. For 35 up front, looking for $40.
I got one in my china cabinet, Tim, so we can bid for it.
I'm good right now. Go ahead.
You're not gonna pay for the knife, is that?
So we have 35 up front going once.
40.
40 up front. 40 back here. 40 go. Looking for 45. 40 up front, looking for 45. 40 going once, twice. 45 up in the center here, looking for $50. 45 looking for 50. 45 going once, twice. Sold for $45.
So, can you come by the, you got cash? Yeah. So when you do credit, we're going to buy the booth.
Okay, the next knife is a canvas micarta 112 slim, S30V steel, and it's signed NRA and CJ signature on it from this year.
And he carried it at the NRA.
It's actually got CJ sweat on it.
DNA's no.
So we're going to start at $50. $50 in the center, looking for 55. 55 on the left, looking for 60. 55 on the left, looking for 60.
Yeah.
60 in the center, looking for 65.
70.
70 over here, looking for 75. Now looking for $75. 75 way in the back, looking for 80. $80. 80 up front, looking for 85. 85 way in the back, looking for 90. 90 up front, looking for 95. 90 up front, going once, going twice. Sold up front for $90.
That's thank you, CJ. Those were really great knives.
CJ Bug.
All right, what we have here is a rubber display mat with the breakdown of a 110. And again, signed by CJ.
I think they're calling it a takedown man.
Yep. Tear down.
Thank you,
Tony.
Takedown will be wrestling.
So we have $20 up, $20 opening bid. Do I have $20? $20 on the center, looking for 25. $20 right here on the center, looking for 25.
It's rubber on the back, so it's like non-skid.
I try it on here.
25 on the left, looking for 30. 25 on the left, looking for 30. 25 going once, 25 going twice, sold for 25 today.
Thank you guys for your bids. I think that's all we have to offer.
Thank you guys for all your support this year. It's been a great year for all of us.
We appreciate you guys coming up and coming to the meeting, and like I say, the support that the club members have been showing is really, really great, and we wanted to give back a little bit. Thank y'all, and stop by the booth and pick up some more. We got some more good bargains up there. Some of that stuff is almost cost. So, okay, yeah.
All right, tonight, we're gonna have a club dinner at Williamson Brothers Barbecue, okay? If you already know where it is, that's great. If not, come up and take a picture of the address. We're gonna be there for 7 o'clock tonight, and it'd be great all you guys can come and have a great barbecue.
If they can come by the booth and let us know so we can get a number.
Yeah, we'll make a list, so drop by and let us know if you're coming. And if you want to see the venue, I've got a copy of their venue right here. So
for those of us who've lived here, eaten that place many times, there are some off the menu things like all you can specials, like chicken and pork, if you want it, because they ask.
So I've got their address. I've also got it where I can text it to you too, if you'd rather.
Easiest way to find it is just go down Cobb Parkway all the way, and you can see the big chicken, and you sort of right at the KFC Big Chicken, go under the expressway, about a block and a half.
I guess Brian's been there.
Very good. Yeah, so 7 o'clock tonight. Let us know if you want to come.
We can go by walk or no? From here.
No. Where are you gonna ride?
What's the deal? Also, we're trying to get together a little what is it, Radcliffe?
Radcliffe, Kentucky.
Kentucky that does bourbon blades. CJ and company will be there. It's a small, probably one day event, isn't it?
Yes.
There's a lot of things I've looked up, a lot of things to do. I've made my reservations, but we're trying to make a BCCI rendezvous out of it, and we need to get some names and stuff. So our liaison is working on some VIP passes and stuff for us. So you might consider it. Like I say, I'm going to be there if nothing happens.
Where again, please?
Radcliffe, Kentucky.
Red Hill Cutlery in Radcliffe, Kentucky. There is a distillery next door, Stove and Blaze. They do a one-day concert, and it's Chris Jansen is the headliner this year. It's a free show. You have to bring. So it's a free show featuring Chris Jansen, who is on the top of the country charts right now. You have to bring your own lawn chair, but I have a section that's near the bar and near the stage and near-ish to the restrooms that is generally roped off to the general public. So for those in the club that can make the rendezvous to meet up there, as long as I can get a list of names, then I can get that section so we can set up chairs and enjoy the show from there.
It's Saturday, September the 7th.
Saturday, September 7th, Radcliffe, Kentucky.
And one name sent directly to you or someone in the club?
Oh, I've got a list started, so just
Yeah, just let me know, or anybody that you contact with the club. But like I say, you guys are always free to contact me anytime. Most of the time, I can talk to you. If I can't, I'll just say, hey, I've got to do something, I'll call you back. But I try to stay available for questions and stuff like that. Also next weekend, Lebanon, Missouri, is the chairman's tour, and CJ will be there, and I plan on being there. We're going to do a little get together, go someplace out to eat at that time too.
You need to tell them where it is.
It's Lebanon, Missouri. It's a case knife factory.
Shepherd Hills.
Shepherd Hills, but they do have a lot of buck knives in there too, though. There's like one guy could fit in there. The new member.
Now, one more thing coming up, and I know we're talking about it a little early, but good to talk about it early. We just last year had our 35th club reunion. But in 2028, which will be here in no time, will be our 40th. So make plans now, book that time off with your bosses so you can come and start saving some money so you can buy some knives. If any of you are interested in helping out or being on the planning committee, let us know, and we'd love to have you help design what the 40th show is going to look like. So you can email us or you can message us and say, yeah, I'd like to be part of that. And we'd welcome you aboard the planning committee for the 40th coming up in, well, now in less than 3 years. So
Hey, guys, keep in touch with the club. We're going to start doing some committees. We're going to focus on youth. I mean, we want a bigger and better youth program. We do what we can. I'm getting old and I can't. I try to do what I can with my grandkids, but I need somebody with younger that has kids that know what they're into and how we can get them going and the things they want to do. You know, I'm old school, and I don't know. It's just I know there's we may have to find some young 16, 17-year-olds and maybe some kind of a Buck Collectors Club video game or something. It might be a good deal for history.
No video games.
I guess this time we're going to, anybody have any other questions or anything they'd like to ask before we dismiss and go and buy some knives?
Swap meet's about to go.
All right, get back there and get them, guys. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate you.